Hey everybody, once again it's David, your timeless runner, coming to you with a short stand-up yoga session that you can do at your home, at the gym, outside, anywhere you like. Right now I just happen to be in a park and I am going to go through a routine that's kind of targeted towards the hips and the back because I was out running last night and that's what's sore. So we're going to start off with some deep breathing exercises. Clear our mind and clear our body. So we want you to relax your shoulders. Put your hands down at your side. Inhale through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. Always try to make your exhale twice as long as the inhale. And for some variation, you can start moving your arms up, stretching out those shoulders. And then you can go up on your toes if you're on solid enough ground. Reach up and hold that. Feel the stretch in your spine and in the back of your legs. Breathing in as you raise your arms up and exhaling as you raise your arms down. Start to work the neck by doing some slow neck rotations. Try and see if you can get your chin to touch your collarbone on the way down and the back of your head to touch your shoulder blades as you go back. And then reverse the direction. Staying with the neck, you can put your hand on top of your head and gently pull to the side. Remember to stand up straight as you do this. You'll feel the stretching here. And again, move it to the other side. Great stretch to do if you've been sitting at a computer desk all day, or even just for an hour or so. And for the back, we want to open up our shoulder blades. So we're going to put our arms up and push them back. That'll expand our chest. Then bring them forward, cross your arms, and squeeze your shoulders together. That'll open up your back and your shoulder blades. And open up the chest. Pushing your shoulders back. And cross your arms. Bring your shoulders together as much as you can to open up your shoulder blades. As we move down the spine, we started with the neck, we went to the shoulder and shoulder blades. We want to bend backwards in a gentle backward bend. And bend forward at the waist. Interlock our hands behind us. Push our arms up as high as we can get them, as forward as we can get them. So stretch out your shoulders and your upper back. Let's push our arms out away from our body. So stretch your mid-back. Interlock our hands on our opposite elbows. And just swing gently side to side. This should release your lower back. So the 3 of those plus the reverse bend will stretch out all of your vertebrae, increase the space between them, loosen up your back. Okay, we're gonna again interlock our hands behind our back, move them forward. Push our hands away from our body, trying to keep our legs as straight as possible. Interlock those arms, swing them from side to side as you move your way down. I actually started with these because I had a goal for this year of trying to touch my toes for the first time in about 40 years. And I'm getting closer. Still need to work on the hamstrings to get those loose before I'll be able to do it comfortably and easily. Okay, now we're going to go and start moving down further with some hip circles. First in one direction. I usually do 5 or 7 of these. And we'll reverse it in the opposite direction. And warming up all of the muscles from the head on down. Normally I would also try and go down and do the ankles, but I'm not on very solid ground, so it's kind of tough to get a balance on this. But you can grab your knee and rotate your ankle if you can find a balance point. Again, in both directions, loosening them up for both legs. With that type of pose, it's also a good way to work on your balance if you just stand with one knee raised. Hold that for as long as you can. For balance, I typically try and do it barefooted. The bottom of your foot has got the most nerves of any part of your body, and they respond very quickly to changes in your balance. If you're in the shoes, you're kind of cheating. But if you have hip issues, this is a great thing to do because it'll work to strengthen the outside of your hip, and it'll lead to better hip stability and less injuries, better balance. And again, same thing with the other leg. Pick it up, raise your knee up. Just stand on the one foot. This is something you can do anytime, anywhere. Again, if you're working at a desk and you need a break, just stand up and try and do some one-legged stands for a while. Doesn't take much more. You should probably aim for about a minute each when you're doing those. Back to the hips. I'm going to get down on the ground here and I'm going to do another version of those hip circles by pulling my knees up to my chest. This will stretch out the glutes, and then we want to rotate like we're stirring a big pot. And as you raise or lower your legs, you're going to change the angle of that hip rotation and the muscles you're working. So you can try and start out with your calves parallel to the ground. You can raise them up. That'll change the muscles that you're working. Or you can drop them down, and again, that'll change the muscles that are involved in that. And then again, as you do these, always go in the opposite direction. You've got two hips, so left side, right side. And again, change the angles as you're doing this to change the stretching. I'm also going to do some kneeling hip circles, so you can try these. You can get a greater extension doing it this way. In a different way of working the same muscles in your glutes and in your hips. Good way to stretch them out. And one last one, which is going to be raising our knee up and doing some circles with it that way. Those you can do in both directions. And again on both sides. For a strengthening exercise, you can do pointers, like the dog. It's going to pick up your muscles in the glute and the back of your legs and stretch them out and strengthen them. You want to hold these for about 20 seconds. And again, one side, then the other. This ground is not optimum for this, but hey, it works. Again, always remember to breathe as you're doing these. Breathing is a good thing. You don't want to stop. And we're going to end the same way we started, with some cleansing breaths. And this is just a real quick session focusing on our hips and our spine. If you like these videos, please click on like. If you want to see them when they first come out, and I usually do 2 or 3 of these a week, click on subscribe. Again, it's David, the Timeless Runner, and thanks for watching.